11 Alive's Dawn White has the story for us tonight.
Well, Jeff, I spoke to a woman who has known him for almost 2 decades, and she tells me that 4 kids who are all in middle and high school are now without a father, and a woman no longer has her husband. That is what the friend of Michael Gideon tells me. She has known him for about 18 years, and she is among those in the community grieving his sudden and tragic death. This chilly parking lot on a Saturday morning is where police say Michael Gideon lost his life.
It's just a tragedy altogether.
Dr. Sharita Howard has known Michael for 18 years as both his accountant and friend.
His family meant the world. I know that he loved his wife, his children. He wanted to make sure that he could provide for them regardless of what was happening.
Dr. Howard says Michael immigrated from the East African country of Eritrea to escape violence there and owned several nightclubs with his brother Alex, including the Republic Lounge.
That takes on a whole different dynamic because you're really taking work home at that point. But to be able to overcome all of that and still come here and be successful and still become a very integral part of the city from the standpoint of not just employing, having nightclubs, anything of that nature, but they also had a foundation.
And according to Dr. Howard, Michael also took a personal interest in his workers.
He really cared about his employees. How do I make sure that not only do I hire people, but how do I mentor to them as well? And a lot of people don't do that anymore.
Those who knew and loved Michael are still coming to terms with his death and how he lost his life.
I came to Atlanta in '96. So to see Atlanta in 2023, I don't recognize this Atlanta. And that's the sad part about it. I feel like today we lost a part of that old Atlanta.
Atlanta police haven't said whether they have any suspects, and anyone who heard or saw anything is asked to give them a call.
What about Michael and how he helped people? That seems to be the concurrent theme here, that many of his friends say that he was just someone who was always there when he was needed.
That's exactly what Dr. Howard said. She told me about a time she did not feel well enough to make it to her cancer treatment, and Michael not only had a car show up at her house, but he sent her back home with groceries. She says that is the kind of person he was, always giving back to those close to him.
All right, Don, thank you. Such a sad story. For the very latest updates on this developing saga, make sure that you download the 11 Alive News app. It's as easy as scanning that QR code that you see on your screen.